Sorry, sensitive images, but in reality, it's absolutely heartbreaking.
A beautiful, beautiful little bird person came right in front of my tent, perching on a little twig of the medium-sized tree, young tree. I said hello and waved and all that. It was a she, and she didn't get scared and didn't fly away. And I asked her if she had any message or something she wanted to tell me, and she said yes. Last time King Sai said that Kuan Yin will help to make peace last long. And so I told you guys, okay, we will meditate and dedicate some of our Kuan Yin hours of meditation for peace. That's what I thought that he meant. Later he told me, no, it's not like that. In a spiritual sense, animal people know who you are, they know who they are. They're more clear than humans about the spiritual matters of each person. Also, they know whom they are with and why they are with them.
Please continue watching to find out more about God Almighty's answer to Master's request for permission to perform a rain-bringing ritual for her area, how her dog people are feeling recently, why an animal person may become part of one's life, etc. On Friday, July 10th, 2026, our most precious Supreme Master Ching Hai Vegan recorded a fascinating message for the world after being inspired to do so following the visit of a small bird person. In part 1 of this two-part flying news presentation of the message, Master speaks about the extraordinary abilities of our animal friends, their unbounded love for humans, and His Majesty King Sai's comments about the effects of Kuan Yin meditation practice on our world.
Today is the 10th of July. It was about 5 o'clock in the morning when I just finished my daily Supreme Master TV work, all kind of work. And I went out to get some rainwater for washing, and a beautiful, beautiful little bird person came right in front of my tent, perching on a little twig of the medium-sized tree, young tree. Most of the trees around this tent are young and small bushes, but many of them are very big and tall, so tall. You have to really strain your neck to look at the top. The bird person perched there for a while, and I took notice, and I said hello and waved and all that. It was a she, and she didn't get scared, didn't fly away. And I asked her if she had any message or something she wanted to tell me. And she said yes. She said, peace, disturbing, zealous goals are gone. And I said, thank you. And she added on, saying, please worry not. I said, no, I'm not worried. Not too much, really. There are many other things that occupy my mind, more than just worry. But it has nothing to do with peace-disturbing zealous ghosts. And then she flew away down onto the little path where I was just doing clean up for the morning, next to the bucket of rainwater. And she was not scared. She stayed nearby and wanted to drink the water coming out of my shower. I said, no, don't do that. It's dirty. There's a stream nearby here, next to my tent. Don't drink. She was not afraid. And I was worried my water is not clean, with the kind of muddy shoes and everything. So I kept shooing her away, and I feel terrible. I said, I'm sorry, don't drink this water. It's dirty. It looks so muddy also. And I felt so bad because she just brought me good news. And then I just shoo her away like that. So rude and not considerate. I hope she understands and forgives me. Oh, she told me now that she forgave me. I mean, she told me afterward that she forgave me. I still feel bad though. I still feel bad. I'm just recording some small things. There are many other things that I cannot record, nor can I tell you. Maybe a long time after. It hasn't been raining for a long time, and my rainwater here almost run out. Hopefully, they said that in around 10 days there will be rain. Hopefully, enough rain for me to have store water to use for a long while until the next rain comes. I was thinking to ask God's permission whether or not I can do some rain ritual. Well, God told me no, that we should not force the rain gods and teams to do things against the pattern of the world, that they should make rain or not in some certain situations and regions. But nowadays, there's a lot of rain, too much in some places and too little in other places and none elsewhere. The situation of our world is really dire, and I just don't know how to tell the humans anymore about limiting their karma output in order to get better merit intake or merit income. It's so difficult. In my heart, there is so much pain, that I couldn't help faster. Last time, King Sai said that Kuan Yin will help to make peace last long. And so I told you guys, okay, we will meditate and dedicate some of our Kuan Yin hours of meditation for peace. That's what I thought that he meant. Later he told me, no, it's not like that. He said that the people in any country or any world should practice Kuan Yin, then they will have forever peace. Oh, then I thought, wow, then I understand now. I understand better now. Because I was always thinking that I could never rely on the world people, as they are so, they have been poisoned so deeply, just like being drugged or being fed too many sleeping tablets so that they could not wake up. They could not listen to what I say, even though I'm talking in plain language, not difficult to listen to, not difficult to understand. Oh, I can never understand why humans cannot understand logical talk, simple talk, the truthful talk, and that I guess I will never understand. But I'm too pained. I feel so pained by their lot that I can't think of why they don't understand anymore. I just feel so the urgency in my heart every day that, oh my goodness, they still have not all become vegan, not to talk about following me, to practice the Kuan Yin method. Ah, yes, now I understand. Now I understand why King Sai mentioned Kuan Yin. I thought he meant we should do Kuan Yin. It's just my automatic thinking, that, okay, we have to do more meditation for the world because King Sai mentioned Kuan Yin. But actually what he meant, just what he said, was that everyone in the world should follow and practice the Kuan Yin method. And now I know also because our Kuan Yin method includes the vegan way of life. And that is why the vegan way of life alone is already a world saver, if you will. But if everyone practice the Kuan Yin meditation method, awaken your own great self inside with it, by the grace of God, then of course all our powers together in this world are tremendously, tremendously, tremendously powerful, immensely, immensely, immensely huge. Oh dear, I don't know if that day will happen before I die. So this time I do not want to come back anymore. Yes, all the masters know that saving humans is more difficult than saving animal people. The animal people understand quicker than the humans about logic and blessing and all kinds of virtues and goodness. Like some time ago, before when I haven't met my dog people for a long time, going around the world or lecturing and all that and coming back. And when I took them out for a walk, I just say the same thing like before. Because when I first took them out, they dragged me, you know. Two dog people dragged me. And I thought, why is this now? No? You forgot what I taught you? So I told them again, remember, heal, stay. And if another one is busy with his own private business, then the other one would wait, as I told, wait for your brother or wait for your sister. And then we will go again. So they take turns to wait and are very cooperative. But I don't have the fortune to be with the dog people all the time. So when I'm away, the different caretakers take turns to take care of. Because of going to different places, there are always different people who take care of my dog people. So they didn't train them the way I do train them, and the dog people forget. But when I came back, they got used to it again right away, on the same day. Yeah. And even if I told another assistant, talk to the dog people the same way, they understood right away. They give no hard time or anything. As long as, you know, the attendant or assistant is willing, the dog people will listen. They will know the cooperativeness is very good for them. But I'm not sure if, for example, if I've been with an assistant for a long time and trained him or her a different way, and somebody else came and trained him a different way, there are too many trainers. I wonder if they even remember my training. Maybe they do, only if I'm with them when I came back and I remind them. And recently, it has been reported to me that my dog people are feeling more peaceful and not afraid anymore now. So they become more lively and natural like before. During the wartime, sometimes I saw them, sometimes not. And when I wasn't there, they were very afraid, so I had to talk to them a lot. Very, very often, inside and also on the phone. When I call, I ask the dog people, assistant, to put their iPhone very loud so that when I talk, the assistant can hear and the dog people can hear. Sometimes I talk about different things. And I don't always talk about the dog people or with the dogs or for the dogs, but also any other things. Household stuff, food and useful things, or housewife things, like how to take care of dog people or buy them warm blankets without electricity. Yes, there's such a thing as a warm blanket without electricity for dog people, or even for humans. It's kind of space gray. So if you want to keep your dog people warm, you don't have to buy electric blankets. Do not give your dog people electric blankets. My assistant bought some before without telling me, and when I heard about it, I said, no, we'll take them away. It's too dangerous because the dog people might accidentally pee on the electric blanket, or they might keep licking themselves. So when they drink water, they drip water everywhere and carry it onto their blanket. This is not safe. So we took them away. I told him to take them away, and now you can buy warm blankets for dog people without the plug. And apart from giving them cold water or even some ice in the water to keep them cool in a cool house, a shaded house, or with aircon, fans, etc., you still can give them also cooling pad. The pad that when you yourself sit on it, it even feels very cool. Yeah. With any other devices that you have to keep your dog person comfy. And if you can afford to have your dog people in a room or in your room with big clear windows, then let them be in there, because they would love to look outside at the trees and grass and flowers in your garden, or if you live near the forest, in the forest or something like that. Because dog people belong normally in the wild. They have been domesticated since however long, long time in history. They got used to being along with humans, and even now living in condominiums or in apartments, they would love to see the scenery if they can. So if you have such a bright, clear room, give them that. At least in the daytime with you, where they can see outside the sky, the sun, trees, or even people walking around outside. If you cannot buy this warm mattress, very thin and very light anyway. If you cannot buy a warm pad in any way, then you can use these hand warmers to put them under their sheets or under their blanket, the winter blanket, winter sheet. Not directly onto their body because it might burn their sensitive area like their stomach, for example, where there is no hair. That's what I do for my dog people. Even if I'm not around them, I make sure they have all that, whatever possible. And if it's too hot, if you can afford aircon, then you give it to them. Even just a temporary one, like a portable aircon, they're quite cool. If you don't want to install a real aircon, drilling into the wall and all that, maybe it's too much cost, too much noise, and too much time. There are some new types of portable aircons. They're quite good. You could even put that aircon outside of your wall or outside of your net window and just put the pipe through and the cold air come in. And there's another hose to suck out the warm air from your room. And that warm air goes through the aircon. It becomes very cool. So there are many things nowadays that we are thankful to have. Very convenient and good. The dog people, they don't need any luxury, but they do need comfort. Yes, and need to be feeling safe and feeling loved, feeling that they have a home and their life will be happy, just like the way you want them to be happy. Dog people are beautiful inside. I mean, dog, cat people, whatever you choose or happen to adopt, they are happy to be with their caretaker. They think you are their mom and dad. I mean, in a physical sense, but in a spiritual sense, they know. They know who you are, they know who they are. They're more clear than humans about the spiritual status of each person. Also, they know whom they are with and why they are with them. They'll be loyal, like till death do us part. In many cases, even more loyal than marriage partners or best friends relationships and many other relationships. Dog, cat, bird, duck, goose, turkey people. Oh, you name it all, even squirrel, skunk people. All kinds of animal people that you think they don't know anything, that they're just animals. No, no, no. They are very dignified beings and intelligent beings. Most of them come to you or choose you on purpose because they have a mission, either to protect you, to love you, to heal you, to make you feel comforted and loved. Or they bring fortune to your life, they bring good change into your system of life. Many things the animal people can do. It's just that physically they are not as able as humans, but invisibly, spiritually, and inside, they are very good help to humans, whoever takes good care of them. So if anyone who takes bad care of the dog people or is cruel to them or abusive. Them and all that, oh, they are very, very unaware of their fortune to have an animal person next to them. Because animal people, they're very, very powerful. If you have psychic power, you will see it. The way they work invisibly behind the physical body is incredible, incredible. They can see who is who even, because they can read auras. They can read energy, which many humans cannot. No matter what, they bring luck into humans' lives, and they're loyal, and they help you in many different ways that you wish you would know about it. And they would never boast about the favor they done for you. So many things, animal people, even animal people in the wild, if you happen to be near them or be kind to them, they will also take care of you invisibly and protect you in many ways. The animal people can reduce your illness, increase your happiness, your confidence, your intelligence even, and your more benevolent way of life. If you really tune into them, you might be able to see it. Oh, by the way, I also asked my dog people whether or not they're more comfortable, that peace is coming, peace is near, and officially maybe soon. They say, yeah, they're happy. That's why they are not so clingy and cornering themselves. But they walk confidently now, run, and are happy. Yeah, very confident and very self-assured and happy. I'm so happy for them. I'm so happy for many other dog people who know the same thing. Some time ago, I asked my dogs group why they like to be with me so much. Though my dogs carers take care of them too. Each one replied differently. For example, YW said, because kindness is hard to find. TY said, you saved my life. It belongs to you. SZ said, because you saved my whole family, so you are my hero. I love you. And RN said, you are my loving friend, etc. I didn't ask the other dogs. I guess they would say similar things. Recently, TY was very ill with a genetic issue. I asked God to allow me to take his karma instead. And TY said, no, please do not. You have big world karma already. Well, I wanted to show you many of the talks between me and some kings, but I still couldn't make it. I have just finished thousands of photographs that have been crying for my attention since even last year. More than a year that have been stored in my camera and have never had enough time to do it all. I did some now and then, here and there, but just recently I have finished doing it. Or actually some of it I didn't edit, I just edited roughly, but not completely. Also, I don't feel very happy because in my camera the photo is brilliant and beautiful, but when I transfer them to the PC to send them away, and that PC sends them to another PC to finish them, to air, then they don't look the same. It looks only like 30% of the color or 50% of the quality of it. And many times I just want to give up. I feel very sad and disappointed. That's one of the reasons why the photos have not been edited for a long time. But recently, just some days ago, a couple of days ago, I finished the last batch. There were 1,040 or something like that, more or less. At least it was more than 1,000. It was the last batch. There is so much all the time. Most of the time, it takes so long like that. So many photographs like that. I don't think I complain about working. I could go photographing all day long. I would never feel bored if I can discover something new and beautiful. And it is many hours when I can afford to go out and take photographs. Many, many hours. And come back with many, many hundreds or more than many thousands. But I don't always have time to do that. So now and then, if I can afford to go out and do it, it will last, for every day, for a long, long time, until I have the next batch to give to them. Most of them mix the old ones and the new ones. So you could never know where I have taken those photographs. And even if you're with me, you might miss them too, on the ground or on the trees. I just have a very keen eye because I love them. I love the trees, flowers, even the grass, flowers, so tiny, tiny. Maybe just 1 millimeter kind of grass flower, but when I take them into my camera and come home and edit them, oh, they become beautiful and lovely, lovely, lovely. They become more visible, of course. The beauty is already there, just more visible on the screen. And the editing time for me also takes, many, many hours for every batch. Every batch could be 100, more or less, or 200 photographs. And it takes a long time. Every day I do some. I'm not like professionally just worried about photography. And then I also told you that I'm very frustrated because the camera is so brilliant when showing the photo. When it comes to the PC and comes to another PC, then it looks completely different. And many times I don't recognize the color is completely different. It's only 30% of the real color in my photograph. So you see, sometimes I feel I waste so much time. But I could not help it. I just want to show people that nature is so beautiful and worth preserving. Yes, that is my idea. Apart from me loving nature and loving beauty in nature, with nature, and by nature, of nature. Thank God I have some talented editors who help to kind of restore some part of the beauty that would otherwise have been lost through the computer's less complete program. We are trying different PC. Perhaps someday we will have one that can completely capture the photographs that I have been diligently taken, thanking the trees and flowers, and coming home, diligently editing them to render them the justice that they deserve, and to speak out loud for them through my lens that nature is truly, truly wonderful. They can show themselves the real color when you love them with your camera. I always praise them. Oh, you're beautiful, beautiful. Thank God that keeps you, makes you so beautiful. And thank you for letting me make you immortal on my TV screen. And they're very happy. You can see, if you pay attention, you can see most of my photographs have souls. They seem to lean onto each other, talk to each other, holding each other's hands, or comforting each other, or wanting to embrace, reaching out in some way. I see it all the time. I hope you really pay attention and read the language behind the lens, making you feel more happy looking at them, more appreciative of what God created for us. Please don't destroy any more wildlife, wild forest, wild nature anywhere, but preserve them, protect them, nurture them so that they can bring more happiness and health and wonder into your life. That's why I love to take nature photographs. I love everything else as well, but I can't just do too many things and everything. We have only limited time in our life, in every day, and I have so many things to do. Even if I have team members, many of them also sometimes need help, need family comfort, or need help in times of trouble. So I'm also quite busy, like a normal, mundane person, taking care of family and friends and dog, birds, people, even from a distance. We keep the love line alive, and I always feel like I have them with me. I feel close to them, like I'm not lonely at all, even if I don't see them. And I talk to them a lot, all the time, mostly inside and outside. So they know that they are not neglected or unloved or abandoned, anything like that. I make sure they have whatever they need, the food, medicine whenever necessary, and all the comfort in their own home. They have their own room. They also have a cage when they like to go inside there for comfort and security feeling. They have warm blankets in winter. They have cold blankets in summer. And also they have enough coolness, depends on where they live, with the modern technology, like with aircon, with fans, so they can feel breezy like in nature. And they can walk with the assistance. They can rest on the grass or walk around the trees, among the trees, within the tall grass, and they like it very much. If you can afford to take your dog person, sometimes out of the apartment, into the park or into the forest, please do, yes. But make sure that you are safe together, yeah? Maybe have a little walking stick in case some big wild animal person comes, and you can just prevent them from coming with the stick. Don't beat them, it's just you have a stick and you wave it, and they know. They will probably be afraid or at least back off and leave you and your dog people alone. If you can, better go with another or a couple more family members or friends, yeah? Go where you know is safe, okay? Right. And remember, your animal people, mostly they're from nature, from the wild. So do not try to provoke them till they cannot bear anymore. Be gentle, be firm, be loving, be kind, and be considerate of their feelings and of their, mental or bodily nature. Yeah, they're not completely human the way you think they should be, but they love you till the end of the world. No one would love you more than your dog, your cat, your bird, your duck, your turkey, your goose people, your wild swan people that you became acquainted with. They will come running to you when you come home. Any of them. And the cow people even. There was one person who said that for 8 years he didn't see the cow person that he used to come to visit at that center. 8 years later, he didn't think he would remember him. No, when he came, the cow person came running and kind of rammed his head into that visitor. For 8 years, they didn't see each other. He went running and rammed his head into his chest because he recognized him and was so happy to see him. Many animal people are like that. If you're close to them and love them, they will never forget you. And even if your kids love dog people, but the dog people sometimes could be very unpredictable. If they see something or they hear something that's dangerous to the kid or to you, they would, kind of escape from the leash, from your hand and run to that area. So it could be too sudden that you might not have enough time to react and you might fall down and hurt yourself. Likewise, you must always take care that your kids are with you and just let them take the leash of the dog person for a short time with you always. Never leave your kid alone with the dog person, even though the dog person looks very gentle, domesticated, and very reliable. But you never know what the dog person has to do. You never know what's coming to you. The dog person sees it, knows it, hears it before you even realize it. And he might jump too fast for your protection. Some even invisible beings, like ghosts and all that, the dog people can see, you cannot. And if these ghosts want to go by near you and harm you in some way, The dog person will bark frantically and take himself, run away from your leash, from your hand. You might not see anything, but he sees everything. The dog person sees everything, so please don't punish him, don't scold him. Why he just runs away from you and barks so loud at nothing like that. If you have time and you love dog people, you should study a little bit more about how to train the dog person, how to feed the dog person. There are many foods that are poison for them. For example, let your kids know, okay? Let your children know so they don't poison them by chance. Going back to King Sai commented that people, the humans, must practice Kuan Yin meditation in order to have lasting peace. He means, of course, at least beyond here. But after I heard that, after I heard his second explanation, I did not feel happy. First I thought, we can do Kuan Yin meditation and dedicate some hours for the world, but King Sai said that's not enough for everyone. It could help, to pacify the world somehow, but it's not for every individual who doesn't do it. It could be helpful for their relatives, their friends, their intimate connections with the Kuan Yin practitioner, but not for the whole world, because how many people practice Kuan Yin meditation anyway? That's what made me feel sad. I just thought that to myself. And then I told him that I even just advised them to have a vegan diet so that they can have no karma of killing, so they won't get killed so painfully in any way. Just that, and they couldn't do it. If the whole world becomes vegan, then we have peace already, at least in this lifetime, in this world. And if they all follow and do the Kuan Yin method, oh my God, then we will have heaven right away. Because all my so-called disciples, God's disciples, have known this. And they're thanking me to no end for changing their lives into a heavenly way of life. But how am I going to convince the whole world that has been so sick already, mentally, physically, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually? Been so poisoned so deeply since long time, since times in memory already. So I was so sad. I was thinking, all right, we probably can never have long-lasting peace. Maybe peace someday here and then no peace the other day there. We have witnessed it ever since, at least in this lifetime, or we can read the history or we can see it in documentary films, that humans have never really learned to have peace with each other. There's always war for any reason or for no reason at all. So I was thinking my poor disciples meditate so much, all their time spent on it. Even if many animal people come to me repeatedly, a lot more these recent days than usual, I don't ask them. But today I did ask. I said, who told you this? Who told you about peace and told me not to worry? He said that a brother told her, it's a she. I said, which brother? I have so many in my group, many brothers, many sisters. Which one? She said, no, a brother from heaven. Is probably a brother bird who passed on from this world, but is now in heaven, and they are connecting with each other still. Just like when my dog person recently, last year died, I didn't have a chance to see her before she died. But she's happy, she's in New Land, and she still can contact one of my dog people who she'd been together with in the same room, sleeping in the same room. And if one was missing, the other one was panicking and didn't seem to want to eat or drink or was very sad. Mostly when I was there, then I would come and bring her to my room and tell her, your sister is going to be okay, she just needs some rest. The doctor advised her to rest, because of some genetic disease. But it's okay, it's under control now, but she just needs to be away for a while in the hospital to be treated, okay? So then the other one will calm down. And these two are very good buddy. So after the bigger one pass on, they can still contact. Yeah. That is the thing about the animal people's relationships. The animal people, they can do many things that many humans cannot do. And I'm so glad to know so much about the animal people kingdom. They're so worthy, they're so beautiful, they're so pure, so unconditional, so faithful. Oh my God, I could never talk enough about animal people. So I could never ever understand and accept the fact that some people really murder them and put their dead flesh into their mouths to eat. I could never understand that. Of course, children, they were young and they were forced into this situation to eat animal people meat when they were young already. But adults, understand more. Why couldn't they question it? Why do they love dog people and eat the other animal people? Or use the other already made animal peoples to meat and feed it to their dog people. The dog people, they're helpless. They just eat anything you feed them. But if you train them from childhood, they know they would prefer vegetables, they prefer vegan food. I told you I used to feed seagull people on the beach in Italy and elsewhere. They just prefer my simple food, some bread and something like that, instead of staying in the sea and eating the fish people. They didn't like it. They say, very stinky fish people. But they have to eat it if they don't have any other food to eat. Anytime I feed them, they're used to it. They don't want to go to the sea to eat. They come back to that empty yard, so I feed them. And they're so very grateful, so very happy. And one time I was in a different place, not the same place, and I couldn't feed them because it's forbidden. But I went to another house and there was a little yard, private yard. And the private people around, they didn't say much. One time, sorry. Okay, I'm back. So I went to the other house and they have something good that they used to like. This kind of many seeds, very nutty seedy kind of bread that they love very much. Of course, I don't feed them to the full so that they still can go out and eat something from the sea, maybe seaweed or something, or whatever they eat. And I thought, oh, they don't know where I live now. I can't give it to them. But I called the name of the king of the seagull people of that group at the time when I used to sneakily feed them on the roof of my other house. And I just said, oh, King so-and-so, can you hear me? Do you know where I am? I have some food for you. Oh, immediately. Just, how long was that? 2 minutes. And I was far from the sea beach where they were. Immediately, I flew so fast, came to my house. I didn't expect that. So I didn't even have food in my hand. I said, okay, wait a minute. I bring it. And they did wait, quietly. No quacking, no noise, nothing, quietly. They knew I might be in trouble. Oh, and then I fed them. But I don't dare do that all the time because if you live near the city or in the community, people are not allowed to feed wild birds, people. They even advise you not to, Otherwise, I feed too many. I feed squirrel, fox, rat, cat, wild cat, and skunk people. All kinds of animal people that would come. It used to be like that. And this kind that has, what's the name of that? There are ones that have a lot of needles on their bodies. I forgot what they're called. I forgot. I feed them also. They also come. And it's funny, they're very small, but when they come to your house, the porch, if your porch is kind of stone or slats, they will make a big noise when they walk in. Pum, 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 like that. The hedgehog people, I think. Hedgehog people. Look similar. Some are bigger, some smaller, but the ones that came to me mostly are just in the vicinity, in the bushes nearby, and they're small. They are like the fists of your hands, or maybe they were babies. I didn't do much research about animal people or anything. I just love them. So if I see anyone and I can feed them, I would feed them. I miss them so much. I miss wild animal people. I miss my dog, miss my bird people so much. They miss me also, but at least we can communicate inside. All right, we don't talk about all that much because I will miss them too much. So every time I see any animal or person hurt or being abused or neglected or brutally harassed, I feel as if it's my animal person. I feel so bad. I feel so helpless.
Animal cruelty appears to be on the rise in the United States. It's estimated that approximately 10 million animals die from abuse or cruelty every year. That's according to a report from the ASPCA. But there's another victim in these cases, children who witnessed the abuse. A study conducted by the FBI found that children in the presence of animal abuse suffer significant trauma, become desensitized to violence, and have a higher likelihood of displaying violence themselves.
PETA recently sent an undercover investigator into this facility where they captured this disturbing footage on hidden cameras that they allege shows nearly 10,000 parakeets crammed into filthy cages.
When it comes to factory farming, extreme confinement is the name of the game. Like hens forced to live so densely they can't even spread their wings. And pigs confined in cages so small they can't even turn around. Animal Equality's investigators documented a pig breeding facility recently where mother pigs are forced to live the majority of their lives in cages barely larger than their own bodies.
We came behind the stadium where the elephants perform, and we found this juvenile elephant. He has a gaping red wound at his temple. He also has a broken leg. The other one is chained up. He looks totally emaciated, his skin and bones. And this is the worst shape I've seen an elephant in Thailand. All in the name of entertainment.
Etc. The animal people, they're like children. So imagine if your child, or any child, being in their kind of situation, that child would feel very, very scared, very frightened, and their heart would feel very, very, very hurt, very terrified, especially if they have no one around to protect them, to help them. I feel so helpless. I feel like I don't ever do enough of anything for this world. For the unjustified suffering that measures upon the helpless, like children, babies, animal people, victims of the wars, victims of gangsters, victims of all kinds of human traffickers and all that stuff. I feel I never do enough. I can't do enough. I have never liked to stay in this world, but I said to myself, at least I can do something if I stay, help as many as I can. So I'm still here, and I thank God for allowing me to do whatever I can with His grace, and that I'm still here to help. All right, this is one part of my diaries that I might send out to you. At least it's maybe entertaining you. Or it reminds you to be kinder to the helpless animal people or babies in the wombs or in your own womb, to think about, to protect that little angel inside your body and nourish him or her when they come out. Pray God to protect them and to make them become the most decent citizens that you wish to have for the world. I think that's it for today. It just came spontaneously, even though I planned to present to you my talk with the King's conversation. But sometimes I feel a little shy also, because when they come, they just praise me too much and love me so much and show so much respect and love to me, and I feel embarrassed also. But never mind. I said the truth should be told no matter what. But then I don't always have time. I don't know why today seeing the bird people and talking to the bird just make me talk like this. I normally don't ask them to come or anything. They just come all the time. Even sometimes late in the night, and they're supposed to go far away already to sleep, or early in the morning. They're not supposed to wake up so early before the sunrise, but they still do and come and tell me good news. Almost every day I hear good news, not just once every day, more than once. But at least I feel grateful to God for comfort in my heart in some way. Thank you, Sire. Thank you so much. My Mapa. Thank you, God, Almighty God, most powerful, utmost powerful God, utmost merciful God, utmost benevolent God, utmost loving God, utmost compassionate God, utmost merciful God. Thank you for blessing us all on this pitiful planet. At least somewhere on earth people still can live happily. They don't know what comes tomorrow. I told them the way to live happier and even ever after. But not too many listen, so I'm so sorry. Nevertheless, we still thank you for your unconditional love. May you be free from all the suffering feeling, seeing your beloved children going to the worst place that no one can imagine and suffering too much, too much. I'm trying so hard, sir. Please be merciful to all of us. Thank you, sir. Amen.
Coming soon. Please be sure to watch part 2 of this flying news presentation of the message, where Master speaks about her intriguing talk with a female glowworm. We will learn about why this intelligent being is not happy in life, the astonishing way she learned of world peace's arrival, and more. Most Sublime Master, we cannot help but be amazed by all the special abilities and traits of our animal co-inhabitants and feel so privileged to share our wondrous planet with such loving beings. We pray that all of humankind will now recognize the preciousness of Kuan Yin meditation and receive initiation to practice it, so that all life is preserved and everyone may return to our true home in heaven. May God Almighty, as well as the enlightened masters and saints and sages of the past, present, and future, always ensure Master's vibrant health and security. Please tune in on Thursday, July 23rd, 2026 on Between Master and Disciples for the broadcast of this message with more subtitles. Also, for your reference, please check out the previous related messages such as Master's conversation with zealous ghosts, Master welcomes the King of Youth, current state of our planet in the big spiritual plan, instructions from Mapa for smooth peace world arrival, how to have a peaceful life, etc. To view these and more related Between Master and Disciples messages, all free for download, please visit suprememastertv.com and search for All Animal Friends.